channel. Today's video is going to be my weight loss story, kind of my journey. Also, I want to give a disclaimer that this video is also going to be my personal opinion on the weight loss industry, all the gimmicks that are out there, bro science type diets. Also, this is going to be a little bit of background on what I do and what I've done to lose weight. Nowhere am I near my goal, but I've come a long way since high school, so I felt it'd be nice to share what my personal story, and also I get questioned all the time what I've done when I post like my transformation pictures since high school. I always get those questions, so I thought I'd share with you guys. I really want to go over my transformation since high school. I was pretty overweight in high school, and as the years went by, I gained more weight. And pretty much in high school, my sophomore year, I want to say, I just stopped getting taller. I kind of stayed at my height, and for my height, I was considered obese. In high school, I was always insecure about my body, and you know, and the funny thing is I think back, and I never really thought of myself as overweight. I never saw myself like that, but I knew deep down inside I was. And you know, no one in high school really told me like, hey, you know, you're overweight. They talk about it behind my back, or you know, they make comments to other people, and it would come back to me. Like, I did know these things were being said about me, and there were a few times where guys were just assholes and they would make fun of me. And I do remember, like, I'm not trying to make this a sob story or anything, but I do remember one time my freshman year, this guy like literally made me cry. I like ran out of the classroom and I was crying in the bathroom. Like, you know, some people just still don't know that words can really hurt someone. It's kind of my fault too, because I never did anything about it. I always, like, you know, like I said, like I felt like I was in denial that I was overweight. So like I never did anything about losing weight. I just kept it like that, and I complained about it and never did anything about it. But until my senior year is when I kind of realized, like, hey, you know, if I'm really unhappy with my weight, then I should do something about it. So I, you know, started changing a few things. I stopped eating as much of the junk as you know, not the junk, but just in general, I stopped eating a lot. And I also started playing soccer, so that kind of helped me too. So by the time I graduated, I think I was like, I had lost like at least 25 pounds since when I graduated high school. Yeah, so and ever since high school, I've lost weight, I've gained weight, I've lost weight, I've gained weight, and that's still something I struggle with. I think it's like something that a lot of people struggle with, and I'm working on it. I'm learning, and with weight loss you learn, and everyone has a struggle. Everyone makes mistakes. You're human. Everyone's human. So, you know, you're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna have your fall downs. But what's most important is that you get back up from that. And, yeah. So, some of the things that I've done, I have my notes written in my phone. One thing too I want to touch up on is I do this for myself. I don't do this for anyone else but myself. And I think that's also really important. Like, if you're doing this for someone else or to impress someone else, you're never going to be happy with yourself, because you gotta love yourself. And I'm still learning how to love myself. I've come a long way with loving myself and with caring what other people think. I used to really care, and now I don't. And I've learned, and I've been so much happier this last year just from that. And if that's the tip, one of the main tips I can give in from this video is that. What diets have I done? Some brief. I won't go into too much because that could be a whole nother video, but I've done Herbalife, Weight Watchers, I've done the bro science side of eating, and what I mean by bro science is like you have to eat like 8 meals a day. They have to be all chicken and broccoli or tilapia or quinoa, I can never say that freaking name, brown rice, you know, things like that where you're very restricted to what you really like. And also have done like Beachbody type things, like their cleanses, and I used to sell Beachbody, and so Herbalife, you have to do the 2 shakes and the 1 meal, and honestly I was crabby the whole time. I was also broke because it was so expensive and I hated it. I mean, who wants to be on a diet where you're always hungry? I mean, it's mostly, I personally think it's more about the money. The person selling it to you is just trying to make that money off of you. And yeah, you do lose weight. I did lose weight on that, but did it stay off? No, because I stopped doing it. And as soon as you stop doing something like that, like my personal opinion here, juice cleanses and stuff like that, yeah, you do lose weight on those things. Those skinny teas, you do lose weight on that. But as soon as you stop doing that stuff, you're gonna gain it right back, because that stuff you need to keep doing. And sometimes you do even hit like a plateau because you just, you know, it's just stopped working on you. Weight Watchers, that stuff worked great, but I was not eating enough. I actually converted the points to calories, and I was like eating 1,100 calories, and that's totally not okay. You should be fueling your body. That way you have the energy to work out, lift weights, do cardio, whatsoever. You need to fuel your body, and a lot of people are there's a misconception with that, because they think that they need to eat less to lose weight, and that's totally not true. If you're only eating 1,000 calories, from personal experience, I was only eating 1,000 calories, and I was trying to work out 2 times a day. And I was, at the end of the day, literally I couldn't even walk up the stairs because I was so weak. Like, I couldn't even finish my workouts because I was so weak. Like, that is not okay. It's not safe for yourself. You're harming yourself. You're not making yourself any better. So yeah, that was Weight Watchers. And it does work for some people. People have like remained consistent with that. But for me, I want to eat as much food as I can. I love food. What can I say? And so if that's gonna deter me from that, and if I do, like, I don't know, it's just, and also it's a monthly payment you have to pay to go to these meetings, and I don't want to have to pay monthly for something that I can do myself. Another thing too that I know it's true is eating after a certain time. So like after 7 o'clock they tell you not to eat when you're doing that bro science type of diet, and actually that is totally not true, and it's scientifically proven. There are so many resources out there that you should you should reach out to. I have there's a guy named Alan Argon, there's Lane Norton. I follow them on Instagram. So much information and so much science that is proven behind all of these things that are on Instagram, like eating certain foods only, that'll get you your body. You know, no, that's not true. I will link all the resources that I have that I use down in the description box below. Another thing, Beachbody, I did that. I sold that. I was a coach. These people are not, like, I was not a coach. Like, all I really did when I did Beachbody was go in a group. They told me, like, they gave me all these things, like, to learn how to sell, and I had to go on Instagram. Literally, I had to go on Instagram and find people and give them this paragraph that was literally copy and pasted from the person above me, and I literally tried to find people to sell this stuff to, and it's like ridiculous. Like, why would you want to work for something where you're not really in it for the person's health, you're in it for selling stuff? Like, I don't know what it is about things that people try to sell to me. Like, I don't know. It's kind of like a pyramid scheme in my opinion. But this, like I said in my disclaimer, this is all my personal experience and opinion. So it's like, if you don't agree, I completely respect that. Just respect what I'm saying. So how did I learn about what I do? So what I do is called IIFYM. It's called IIFYM. I call it IIFYM because it's shorter than saying IIFYM. It stands for if it fits your macros. Now, macros are macronutrients. So they're proteins, carbs, fats, fiber, and then you have your micronutrients like your vitamin A, your iron, things like that. How did I learn about it? Funny story, I actually learned about it in the Beachbody group. I was complaining about how I felt so weak after certain workouts because I felt like I wasn't eating enough, and someone gave me a link to the macro page, and they and I learned in like literally one night my whole life changed, because I read that I was not eating enough. I actually read that I was supposed to be eating 1,800 calories versus 1,100 calories. And that blew me away, because I was like, what? So I can eat more and still lose weight? Like, I was tripping out. I was like, what? So I really wanted to do my research. So I looked at all the sources that they offered, and it is so true. And there are so many transformations with this diet. Like, it's crazy. People have lost weight. People compete in bikini preps, bikini competitions. They prep with this lifestyle, and I love that. Like, people need to read before they think that this diet is going to save them. You want something that you're going to be able to maintain after you lose the weight. You want something that that's flexible. You want to be able to indulge in the things you like. You don't want to be too restricted, because you know what happens when you're too restricted. And take this from personal experience. When I was too restricted, I was not happy. I was always crabby. And then finally, when I did get to indulge in something that I liked, I stuffed my face. So I overate. So the whole week I would eat right, and then I'd ruin it by stuffing my face on cheat day. And all of the progress that I made during the week, I would eat that plus more. That's just what happened with me. And I mean, some people are more, they can contain themselves a little more than others. They don't have to stuff their face, but me, that just did not work for me. You know, some of this stuff will work for other people, but for me, I like to be sane, and I like to be happy, and I like to eat food that I like. So it's like, why not try this out? With macros came lifting weights. Now, when I was going to the gym before, I literally didn't do hardly any lifting weights, and if I did, I was doing them on the machines. I wasn't doing any bar weights or free weights. I was doing all on the machine, and I was doing like 40-minute cardio sessions, sometimes even an hour cardio sessions, thinking that that was gonna get me my toned body, and that actually did not get me my toned body. If anything, I did lose weight. I'm not trying to say cardio is bad for you, because it is great for your cardio health, or for your heart health, and it did work. I did lose weight with doing cardio, but I was also really flabby, and I wasn't getting toned. Like, my cellulite was still there, and you want to burn fat when you're doing cardio, so you want to limit it, and you want to make it high intensity. So you want to do like really fast 1 minute, really slow 1 minute, really fast 1 minute, really slow 1 minute. And that's just, it's literally scientifically proven that that is more beneficial to burning fat than to just run straight for 45 minutes. A lot of the misconception is that you're burning, or that you're gonna turn into a man because you're lifting these weights, or that you're gonna become manly because you're lifting weights, and that is totally not true. There are so many pictures and so many people that do these types of that does this type of lifestyle, and they do not look like a man. They have a toned body, they have a bigger butt, they have bigger more toned arms, more defined back. Like, I had that. I was more defined. I didn't have a bigger butt just because I was cutting, and you know, I wasn't eating as much in order to build it, but you got to eat more. So I was gonna cut first, or I'm gonna cut first and then do a bulk so I can build a bigger booty, because I know I lack in that department. I track what I eat on MyFitnessPal, and I has like a description of your fats, your carbs, and your protein, and people think, oh, I shouldn't be eating carbs because that's gonna get me fat. Actually, no. Carbs gives you energy, and you need carbs. So if you need to have your bread, you need to have your pasta, you need to have, and also it's 80% whole foods, 20% whatever you want. So it's like, you still want to maintain like the whole food aspect. So if you're gonna have bread, have whole wheat bread. If you're gonna have pasta, have whole grain pasta. You want to still have it remain healthy, but for the most part, it's also about putting in some of the stuff that you enjoy, because you want to remain sane when you're changing your lifestyle. If you're depriving yourself, like I said before, if you're depriving yourself from the good stuff, you're gonna go crazy, you're gonna be cranky, and you're never gonna stay consistent with something where you're depriving yourself from things you actually love. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's actually scientifically proven. There's stats with this type of diet. It's a science-based lifestyle. So there are facts that you can look at, and that's what I want to tell you guys is all of the stuff that you're looking at, like the waist trainers, the skinny tees, look at the information behind it. Not all of it is true. And for one thing, like when I look at the waist trainer Instagram pages, there are no actual like results. Like I just see people in the waist trainers. I don't actually see like a before and after. I actually had a friend who did the waist trainer, and she said she lost a few inches, but in a week after not doing it, she was gradually gaining it back. Like these things are so expensive, and you gotta keep doing them. It's like, it's not, is it worth like the pain? Because I heard waist trainers hurt, and I heard that they hurt your insides, and I'm not sure if that's scientifically proven or if there's statistics behind that. But why hurt yourself doing something when you can just do this? Honestly, if I can give you any tips, it's to look at the information, look at the resources. It changed my life. I am more sane doing this. I am gonna give you a current update on where I'm at right now. I've actually within the last 6 months gained weight, and that's totally my fault. I take total blame for it. I'm not even gonna give an excuse. It's just inconsistency, not being in the gym enough. Inconsistency is the main thing, but I am back on track. And I hope I can stay this way. I think I just need more support. I need more people here in Minnesota that can do this with me, and I feel like I'm lacking gym buddies right now. So where are you, gym buddies? I need you. I need a friend. I need a friend in the gym. But yeah, I hope this really helps whoever's seeking weight loss tips. I hope this helps anybody who has questions. If you do have any questions, please comment down below. I will help as much as I can. And another thing, I am not a nutritionist coach. I do not give numbers for macros. That is all stuff that you have to look out for. I will link down another person that her name's Paige. I found her off the macro fitness page on Facebook. She was amazing. She did an amazing job. I really did tone up with her being my coach when she gave me her numbers. So I will link her down below, her email, or I will give you her email down below. I am also, like I said, I'm also gonna put down in the description box all of my resources that I can give, so I can back up the information that I'm giving you, because I want to keep it real with you guys. I want to give you some information that's actually factual, not just some BS that you're reading on Instagram that has no backup information. Like the 30-day squat challenge. No, stop. Have you ever seen progress pictures from that? If so, please show me. I would love to see that actually works. And I really don't mean to be a biatch about it, but like I'm just so tired of all these misconceptions on social media, like drinking these, oh sorry, I'm gonna stop right there. But like I said, if you have any questions, any comments, any thing you want me to clarify, please comment down below. Also, if you have any requests for future videos, please comment down below. I would love to hear your feedback. If you liked and enjoyed my video, please give it a thumbs up. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe now. I would greatly appreciate that. Until next time, babes.